Hello. Thanks for stopping by Phlee's Bourbon Journey. We have a special guest with us today. This is my middle son, David. David, say hi to the people.
How's it going? David the Snake Man.
David has an interesting hobby. He likes to raise snakes to be purchased as pets. Hit me up in the comments section if you'd like some information on how to get a hold of him. I'll hook you guys up.
Or a lizard.
Also working on lizards now. Expanding horizons. David joined me today because he brought with him a couple of special items that he thought maybe we could do a fresh crack first try on. David, why don't you tell him what we have in front of us?
Yeah, so these are from a place called Hampshire Distilling. It's out of New Hampshire. Now, I saw a YouTube video that I was watching about like nature stuff and invasive species and things. So this one is called Crab Trapper, and it mentioned it in the video that these green crabs, which are invasive species up there, they're doing a variety of different things to try and cut down on the population. They're very, damaging to the local wildlife and everything up there.
Trying to find ways to use them in a positive way, huh?
Right. And so one of the things that they do is this company makes this Crab Trapper green crab infused whiskey. I was like, that's really interesting. So I went online to find some. And then I happened to find also this, which is a venison infused whiskey. If you look them up, you can find them. Just look up the Crab Trapper and it'll direct you to the site. I don't remember what exactly it is, but
now these are like 200 milliliter bottles. They're pretty tiny.
Yes.
But they're a specialty item, right?
Yeah, they're a novelty. This isn't something that I purchased thinking, this is going to be a favorite drinker of ours that we're going to, be purchasing all the time.
I'm open-minded. And
it's very expensive. I'm hoping that it's expensive due to the novelty as well as quality, but we'll find out. Again, we're doing it for an experience. They do have other stuff too. They have a turkey-infused one. They have a corpse flower infused one. Didn't sound too appealing to me.
The corpse flower. That's the one that comes out once a year, right?
I'm not sure if it's seasonal.
It's really, really stinky. I remember they have one at Botanical Gardens in Omaha. But so the Crab Trapper comes in at 45% alcohol, which would be 45? 46%. The old bifocals are letting me down there. 46% alcohol, so that's 92 proof. And the Deer Slayer venison flavored whiskey comes in at 49.5, which would be 99 proof.
Yep.
So what we're going to do, as is customary, we're going to crack one open to start with, and we'll put a little sip in each glass, and we'll give them maybe about 10 minutes or so to breathe. That's customary on a fresh crack first try. David, you do the honors for us?
I do the honors.
Okay. Well, we got a pull tab here that looks like it takes the wax,
yes,
gives us at least 1 point of disconnect. Now, presuming with the pull tab and the wax that this is probably going to be a cork bottle. Any idea?
Do not know.
Well, we're about to find out. Oh yeah, it's a cork. Here comes that sound that I always like to have in my videos.
Small sound on a small bottle.
Alright, well, like we said, we're doing this to get a little taste on flavoring here. We're not doing this to tout anything outstanding and amazing, but let's give that a few minutes and see what we think. Alright, we're back. So we've given the Tamworth Distilling Deer Slayer venison flavored whiskey time to breathe in the Glencairn. So now, let's see what the nose thinks, shall we?
Alright.
Very earthy. It's pretty strong on the ethanol in there too.
definitely showing some proof. Some of the proof in there.
Yeah, here goes nothing.
All right.
You know what? That's almost exactly what I told you my best case scenario would be. It's earthy. There's a little bit of a gamey to it, like you would expect.
Just a slight, yeah.
But it has an underlying flavor of venison jerky.
Yeah, it's just like a infused. It's not venison flavored, obviously, like you would with like cherry flavored candy is very cherry, you know. It's whiskey. Tastes like whiskey.
But it's like you have had venison jerky in your mouth before you took a sip.
Right. It's infused.
There's a lingering flavor in there.
And then, in terms of the whiskey itself, tastes like a 4-year aged, 99 proof whiskey.
It's a good bottom to middle shelf whiskey, I would say. It's definitely not a bad flavor. Pleasant surprise. I'm going to give it a drinker. I would say I would give it a 7 out of 13. I'd put it somewhere around the middle on the 3 to 13 scale. Well, David, thanks for sharing that one with me. I think we need to move on to Crab Trapper.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of an afterburn to it. A little bit of the ethanol there. I would say I would give it
on a 3 to 13 scale is what we use on the norm.
I'm going to give it a 7+1. And what I mean by that is purely for the drink as you would rate it, I'd give it a 7. Just like you would. Now, if you want to factor in the uniqueness, taste of the venison, that we're going to try this as an interesting thing to try, you can add +1. So the actual score would be a 7, and then I'd throw a +1 in there if you want to factor in that kind of interesting, unique venison infusedness of it. So
okay, fair enough.
As far as drinker or stinker, it's not a stinker. I like it.
There's others I would prefer.
I wouldn't put it as a drinker because of the price. This is not something I would purchase to drink.
It does not have a bottom to mid shelf price.
Right. The price is definitely way higher than
for the money. You can get a better whiskey for the money, is what you're saying.
Yes. So it's not worth the price that I paid for it, and I didn't expect it to be. This was something that I wanted to try.
Paying for the novelty,
yes,
and to see what it is. You know what? The thing about it is, you don't think about New Hampshire as a whiskey state.
Right.
I mean, we don't have high expectations coming out of New Hampshire for whiskey. They're not known for that. Matter of fact, what is New Hampshire known for? Let me know down below in the comments what New Hampshire is known for. Maybe we can start a whole New Hampshire discussion. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Probably similar things to like Vermont with the syrup and those kind of things, just to a lesser extent.
I suppose that's probably true.
Makes sense that it wouldn't be too bad though, because they have plenty of good local woods that they could use for barrels and.
Well, it's possible that they're using local stuff, or they might possibly be outsourcing. They could be using, buying their barrels from a different supplier to use to age. I mean, they could be using somebody else's distillate, but it says it's distilled and bottled by them. So, distilled and bottled by them, yes. Aged by them, we don't know. Doesn't say. But here we go.
Get that little remnant out there.
Here goes our pop. Aww.
Little miniature pop.
Mini pop from a mini bottle. Alright. A little bit of Crab Trapper for Phlee. A little bit of Crab Trapper for David. And once again, we'll give it about 10 minutes to breathe. Be right back. Won't you be my neighbor? Alright, so we've given Crab Trapper a little time to breathe. Let's see what we think on the nose.
Okay.
It's sweet.
It's got a little more,
Like young corn sweet.
yeah, it's got a little more sweetness to it. The difference in smell is,
There's no ethanol on the
it
nose.
looks like the difference in color. So,
Yeah.
like if you look at these two different whiskeys in color, that one smells like you would expect that darkness, and this one,
But I would expect the ethanol to be hitting. 92 proof on a young whiskey, you usually get the ethanol hitting hard, but on the nose it certainly isn't.
yeah, it's just barely there. Mm. I actually like that one better, dude.
I like that better. It's smoother.
It's got a sweet crab taste, kind of a sweet crab. Like,
I'm not big on seafood, so I can't really specify crab-wise, but it's smoother. There's no ethanol in that one.
yeah, it has.
For only being 7 proof less, it's way smoother, which doesn't make any sense because that's older.
Yeah, this is 4-year. I believe this is 3-year.
That should be smoother, but it's not, and that kind of boggles my mind a little bit.
Unless I do have them mixed up in. But I believe this one was 3-year and that one's 4-year. Or this one's 4-year and that one's 3-year. But I could be mistaken.
I like it.
I like it too.
I think it reminds me in some ways of the Wheateds that have the sweeter wheat in the mash for flavor. Definitely a drinker in flavor. Not so much a drinker if you want to drink it on the regular based on price. Because, yeah, they're paying for the novelty. But I don't think either one of these disappointed. I think I'm more of a fan of the Crab Trapper than I am the Deer Slayer.
As am I, and we're both, Midwest, Iowa, Nebraska guys. So we're venison people.
I make my own deer jerky when I get a deer. So, I mean, for me to prefer something I don't usually care for, being crab, I'm not a big seafood person, crab. But I like this. It's not crabby. It's good.
Yeah, this was.
I would give this an 8 on the 3 to 13 scale. And I would drink it again before. I would drink this again before I would drink that again. But I would drink them both. I don't have anything against either one of them. David, thanks for stopping by and bringing them. I appreciate that.
Just one more taste for the last.
See if you can get a little bit more out of that. I don't know, 1/4 of an ounce that I poured for each of us. If you get any other flavor out of it. I really didn't get much complexity. Just smooth, sweet. Really not complex and not much ethanol to it. I think it goes down too easy for its proof. I think it drinks like a 75 proof. So that speaks volumes. They're doing something right in Tamworth, New Hampshire.
Yeah, and it kind of defied our expectations because we were expecting neither of them to be particularly great, and we were expecting this one for us to maybe like, and then this one for us to not like, but we just want to try it, and it kind of was. We like both, and we like this one more, which is.
This is why I always tell you guys, keep an open mind and try new things, because you never know what you might find that you like. thanks for stopping by Phlee's Bourbon Journey. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like icon down below. If you want to see what I do next, don't forget to subscribe. If you know somebody who might be interested in seeing what you saw today, remember to share. And I hope that you're enjoying your bourbon journey. And as I always say, stay safe.